Hi everybody. Really excited this morning that we are getting an opportunity for the public to get to meet some of our Toronto team. So this morning I'd like to introduce, we have Deanna, who's our recruiter for the GTA. We have Allie, who's the HR assistant who takes care of all the credentialing. And we have Debbie, the staffing coordinator here in Toronto. Thanks for joining me this morning, everybody. And well, you all know me, but maybe the public doesn't know me. My name is Dana, and I am the marketing manager for Carecor. So let's just dive right into maybe a couple of things about who we are, what we do, and what our opportunities are. Carecor is a staffing agency for patient care staffing. We specialize in acute care. We've been in operation for over 35 years. We have an office in Toronto, which is where we originated and serve the GTA. We have an office in Hamilton, in London, in Ottawa, and also in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Anybody out there who's looking to work in healthcare in a hospital setting and thinking staffing route might be what you're looking for, well, come to us. So today we're going to dive a little bit more into what those opportunities are like for the Toronto office, and specifically because each one of our office has a different need for the clients that we serve. Should also note that we serve over 40 hospitals in the GTA, so we'll find you somewhere that you want to go. So right off the hop this morning, I'm going to throw it on over to Deanna. So Deanna, like I say, she's the recruiter for the Toronto area. And let's talk about what kinds of opportunities do we look for?
Yeah, perfect. Hey, Dana. Hey, everyone who's watching. So we have a lot of exciting opportunities. Dana already kind of touched on them a little bit. So like she mentioned, we do offer exciting roles in acute care settings. So we have roles for personal support workers, nursing students, as well as nurses. So for personal support workers, we have a lot of opportunities for you to explore medical surgical units, the ICU, emergency, pediatrics, continuing care. And the same goes for nursing students as well. And for our nurses, we recruit for both RPNs as well as RNs. So for RPNs, we have med-surg opportunities, and for RNs, we have medical surgical roles and specialty roles. So we have emergency as well as the ICU. So there's a lot of opportunity to grow. So whether you're a nursing student looking to acquire some experience while you're in school, and then once you get your RN or RPN licensing, we can always grow you in the company. The opportunities are really endless here. And we also, for nurses, have mental health options as well. And we have full-time, part-time, and casual positions. In the hospital, it's a very competitive environment. If you're looking for a good challenge and a rewarding opportunity, then we definitely have those available for you.
Great. So in terms of like the hours, I know when we look at community care or home care, there can be a variety of hours. What about the kind of the shifts, the hour-long shifts? What does that look like in an acute care setting for staffing with us?
Yeah, great. You know what? Really awesome question. So we do have amazing hours here. So it's 8 to 12-hour shifts. We have days, evenings, and nights available. So if you're looking for just a role where there's flexibility, if you just want to work with us casually, you can do your schedule the way you like. If you prefer days, evenings, or nights, or if you're just completely flexible, we definitely have the opportunities. You'd be going to one hospital for the entire duration of the shift, so you don't have to worry about traveling too much from one hospital to another hospital for the entire day. So it's really good from a commuting aspect as well.
Great. Thanks for that. We think about the roles that we offer. We're going to go to the website, or we're going to meet you, maybe virtually, doing some virtual hiring events, or post-COVID, hopefully we're back there soon, and meet you at recruitment partner institutions like the YWCA, or even the colleges in the area. Can you talk a little bit about what to expect from the recruitment process? So I've put my application in, and then what?
Yeah, great question. So at Carecor, we do try to make the recruitment process as seamless and easy for our candidates as possible. So in terms of resumes, you can either send them directly to us if we've met you at a job fair, or we have our Carecor website where we get a lot of our job applications. We're very quick with it. So once we review your resume, if we like what we see, if you meet the eligibility requirements, then we invite you to an interview. Typically right now, because of COVID, we still like to make the process as seamless as we can. So we either do, phone interviews, or sometimes we do video calls or Zoom calls, depending on what the candidate is most comfortable with. So we really ensure that the candidate, if they want to meet us, get to know the team a little better, our energy, our vibe, then we make sure that they get that experience. Once we do the interview, if we are interested, we'll send them a reference consent form. And then once the references are back to us, it's pretty much smooth sailing. Then we would hand them over to Alessandra here, who's our HR assistant. And then she would take control of the onboarding, make sure they've got all the documents that they need, and then they can get started for working. In terms, we do have a lot of questions from candidates, when can I actually start working? How long is the recruitment process? It's a really good question. Once you're in onboarding, I always say the ball is in the candidate's court. If you're really eager to start working, if you really want to take shifts right away, the faster you get the documents that we require, the faster we can get you onboarded. Our goal is to get you to start working as quickly as possible, and Ali is super phenomenal at ensuring that she helps you out. So if you have any questions, we're all open to supporting you. And then I guess the final note, Dana mentioned that we do have social media. So we're constantly active on there, whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Myself, we and our recruiting team are constantly doing virtual hiring events right now. We are recruiting ongoing, especially right now with COVID, so many needs in the hospitals. So if you are interested in learning more about our hiring events, how to get in touch with us, please like and follow us on Facebook and other social media platforms for new and exciting job updates.
Yeah, we're always on there.
Exactly.
Connect with this, because it is challenging right now, given the school closures and that kind of thing, and keeping safe distances. So it's really great that we're able to do a lot of virtual things, much like what we're doing right now, so everybody can kind of get to know us a little bit more, right?
Sure.
So thank you for that, Deanna. So perfect segue right into, talking about the recruitment process. So I want the job. Deanna is telling you, this is the opportunities, what it looks like, what the recruitment process is like. Once that's all done, you signed your offer letter. What can be a little bit challenging might be the credentialing, looking at all the things that you need to have prior to starting your first day of work. So I'm going to give it to you, Ali, because you take care of that. So what advice do you have to candidates about when we look at credentialing and requirements needed for our jobs?
So I would just like to say that our onboarding process is actually recognized by Accreditation Canada. So we have the same hiring standards as our facilities. So our credentialing and making sure we have the same experiences is a perfect example why we were awarded the exemplary standing, which is the highest standing that you can receive. And we're very, very proud to have that. So in terms of getting the credentials in, some advice I like to give candidates is the immunization. So that is one of the biggest things that we require. So making sure that you have the measles, mumps, rubella, varicella, hepatitis B, TB skin test or chest x-ray, and a Tdap vaccine prepared and ready to go is really essential. So normally I like to ask candidates to either find, your old school immunization records, if you had any blood work done by your doctor, nurses, if you visit your OC health department. Those are some great ways to start getting those credentials in. In terms of getting your N95, that is something else that is a requirement. So Carecor is actually starting to do mask fit testing out of the office. So that's been really helpful for candidates who are starting the onboarding process and need an N95. In terms of the basic life support or ACLS, I know that some organizations who are offering the training sessions are starting to do a two-part component. So having an online course as well as having the in-class component as well. So making sure that we like to ask the candidate, get started on that, get going on the online part of it, so we can kind of expedite the process a little bit faster, and as well as a vulnerable sector police check. So if you live in Toronto, we will assist you with that. If you live outside of Toronto, regions like York Region, Peel, Durham, you normally can go to your local police station and get that. And I also like to remind candidates to make sure that you mention that you are a healthcare worker or your frontline worker, because they do have priority, so it kind of expedites the process a little bit more as well.
That's great. Thank you so much for that. I think when you look at our job descriptions, maybe looking at, again, for a candidate who's looking at the home care option or working in a long-term care facility, the requirements vary greatly in terms of these immunizations and certifications and whatnot that you need. And like to your point, Allie, it's not that we just came up with this, that these are all a laundry list of things we want. It's that if you want to be in acute care setting, you need those certifications and immunizations and such, because we uphold the exact same hiring standard as a hospital, right? So it's as much as we can kind of, I guess, reinforce, Allie, what you have just then, of all the things that you can do prior to even applying with us can speed up that whole thing of, you go through, you speak to Deanna, the recruiter, and you're that much faster getting to your first day of work, right? Which is great. That's where we all want to be when we're looking for a job, right? Right. Okay, so now we're going through the process. Deanna talking about the opportunities and how you apply. We have Allie talking about the credentials. But guess what happens after all of that? You're a wonderful employee. You now work with us. And guess who you'll be talking to? You'll be talking to Debbie, the famous Debbie in GTA. Debbie's known as the head of the staffing office who speaks to specialty nurses. She'll be the voice on the end of the phone for that category. But we have a whole team of staffing coordinators within the company. So Debbie, I'm going to throw it to you. Tell me about why you like being a staffing coordinator and what that experience is like for new employee, maybe speaking to you.
Well, I am a people person, and I love the challenges of daily unpredictability that comes through the requests from the hospitals. After all, we are one of the preferred service providers, and as a result, if the request comes in, there's a great team of coordinators here that will either phone you, text you, or email your requests and proceed to try and book you for your 12 or 8-hour shift. We have many requests, and if we don't get you into your preferred site, like mentioned earlier, we are a preferred service provider for 40 hospitals. Yeah. So there's unlimited opportunity for each and every one of you, and we'd love to have you on board with us.
Yeah, great. Thanks so much, Deb. Yeah. Famous Debbie. Love you wait and see her. She's behind the phone, but here she is today. So thanks for joining us today doing this. So yeah, I think that's a wrap on what's happening here in the GTA from an opportunities perspective and such. So thank you to everybody on the call here today, and thank you to everybody who joined us to watch this video. Please make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and on LinkedIn as well. And all of our opportunities are listed on our website, so please go and visit our website at carecor.com and see if there's something there that you're interested in and apply today. Bye, guys. Hope you all have a great day.
Bye.